Hello and welcome back to another functions and methods exercise. Today we're going to be teaching you how to make the game Blackjack. So let's read the question. Given three integers between 1 and 11, if their sum is less than or equal to 21, return their sum. If their sum exceeds 21 and there's an 11, reduce the total sum by 10. And finally, if the sum, even after the adjustment, exceeds 21, return bust. And here we have some examples of some cards that may come up in this blackjack. 5, 6, and 7 would be 18. 3 nines would be a bust, and 2 nines but an 11 would be 19. Because of the 11, it reduces the total amount of cards by 10. Right, so let's start by defining our function. We're going to call it blackjack, like the name suggests. And we're going to have three inputs, which are the cards of the game. So we need three cards, so we'll call that A, B, and C. And we want the sum of these cards. So let's just put that here and make that a variable and call it sum, so we can remember that later on. The reason we need the sum is because the question suggests that if the sum of the cards is less than or equal to 21, return the sum. So we definitely need the sum in this question. So the way we go about this question is by creating an if statement. So with the first argument, given that the three integers are between 1 and 11, if the sum is less than or equal to 21, return the sum. So if the sum is less than or equal to 21, we'll just simply return the sum. Okay, and the next elif statement would be if the sum exceeds 21, however there's an 11, we'll have to reduce the total sum by 10. So how we can do this is, let's say there's an 11 in the deck. We'll say if 11 is in this list of cards, A, B, or C, either one, it doesn't matter which one, it could be the first card, the second card, or the third card. As long as 11 is in that list, we want to return the sum, but minus that by 10. So if 11 is in the deck of cards, in the player's hand, and once they get this 11, is the sum still going to be greater than 21? So, and sum, however, we need to minus 10 and say if that's still less than or greater than 21, we need to return that sum, but minus 10 to the player, because that's what having an 11 in your hand does. It returns your current sum, however, it minuses 11. So this elif statement is saying if 11 is in the player's hand, and the sum of the cards is less than 20, if the sum of the cards minus 10 is less than 21, because there'll be an 11, so we need to minus 10, then just simply return the sum and minus 10. Or if you want to use maths, basic maths, we could just add the 10 onto 21 to make things look cleaner. So we'll plus 10 from the left side and plus 10 on the right side to balance things out and to get rid of that minus 10. But it's just a preference. Anyways, so if that argument applies, then we'll return the sum and minus 10. Else, the question says, finally, if the sum, even after adjustment, which we've done, exceeds 21, then return bust. Okay, so else, simply, it will just be return bust. And that should work, so we're going to run that, and we're going to try one of the examples here. We'll try the first one, and this should return us 18. Yep, that returns us 18. And now let's try with 3 nines. So that would be 27 altogether, which is a lot higher than 21. So this should be a bust. Yes, the player busted. Nice. And finally, if the player has a 9 and a 9, which would be 18, and he also has an 11, this would be 29. However, because he has the 11, it will minus 10 from the original amount. So instead of being 29, it will be 19. And therefore, the player gets back 19. So yeah, that's how you make the game Blackjack. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.